You all knew how to speak English by the time you guys enter school. Yeah. Which is amazing, but you learn both languages, and you had to, because in order to communicate with the family, you had to speak Spanish. And that's, for me, as a grandma now, that's the one thing that I regret, is that my grandkids don't know how to speak the Spanish like you guys did. Is that I think by the time my parents go, not me, but the other generations, your generation, and then the next generation, which are your, nieces, nephews, and they're not going to have it at all.
I mean, some things, yes, come out naturally. You just can't avoid it because we grew up with some of these things in our life day in and day out. Like, you just can't avoid certain things. There are some things that I make a point to do and talk about and bring up. I think it's more difficult here than it is like when we visit Florida, visit our family there. Like, my in-laws live there and other family. The culture is very prominent there, so it's easy to fall into it. We speak the language more. And
not a cook. I don't like cooking. I never have. Not like your mom. Your mom continues that tradition, but for me, I've lost that part of it. My mom's too old. She doesn't really cook anymore. And until, the time that she was still cooking, yes, I had the Cuban food through her, but now that's gone. But my daughters, and I'm talking about my daughter-in-law and my daughter, they continue the tradition, and it's got passed on to them. It skipped me, but they have that. They continue to have that. And Michelle, my daughter-in-law, who is total Irish, she continues to do that. She actually cooks more of the Cuban food than Jess does. And, I think that is a really cool thing for her to do.
My mom cooked very good. She made the best rice pudding ever. You can ask Tio Cesar. Over Tio Mimi's, he loves hers most. But not from my mom. I remember when I first got married, I didn't even know how to cook rice or anything like that. And food came out salty, I didn't know. But my Aunt Mimi, she was the one that taught me how to cook. I would call her and ask for recipes and stuff, but she would write them down. She had just boxes of recipes, and I learned from her.
We kept the Quinceñera thing, that is kind of the Latino thing, to have your coming out party when you're 15. And we did it. Your mom, your aunt, me, my sister, we all had. But at that time, there was more of a united Cuban type of thing, because it was way back when. But we kept that tradition. Your sister had it, my daughter had it, and now we're down to my grandkids. And even though we don't do the big party like we did with the couples and all of that, for me, how wonderful to see my granddaughters doing that.